Hello, 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 everyone. This is Trina Boyd. I am back with another episode of Coffee and Business Talk. On today's episode, I'm actually going to be showing you and telling you how to get a grant for your business. So let's get into what I do. I help women own businesses to potentially secure their first $10,000 grant for their business. I also help women owned businesses make their first six figures in their business. And if you are a nonprofit, I can help you secure potentially 50,000 or more in your nonprofit. So, on today's episode, once again, we're going to be talking about how to get a grant for your small business. So, we're not going to be talking about nonprofits today, but if you want to hear more about nonprofit information versus for profit, I just get a lot of requests for small businesses, especially women owned businesses. So, if you are a nonprofit, let me know what you want to hear in the comments. If you are a small business, let me know what type of business that you have in the comments so that way I can connect with you, chat with you, and all of that, right? So let's get into what the topic is today because this is a really good topic on how you can get a grant for your business. And I also want you to take notes, okay? I just want you to take notes because this is going to be so important when you are applying for these particular grants, okay? All right. So, how do you get a grant for your business? How do you get that? So one of the first thing, I'm going to give you three things. But the first thing I want to say is you want to make sure you have a strong foundation. You want to make sure your foundation is solid. You want to make sure that you are properly set up in your business. If you are a sole proprietorship, of course, you don't have to have an LLC. You don't have to have an S corp. You basically setting up your business for free, right? But I want to say that if you are an LLC or want to become an LLC, making sure that you have your LLC, making sure if you want to do a corporation. Some people don't even know what a corporation is, which is fine. But I just want to say, making sure that you have that paperwork set up, making sure that that's the foundation part of it, making sure that you have your tax ID number, making sure you have a website. So I actually provide this information. So one of the things I do, I offer one-on-one consultations for women on business who want to potentially secure their first $10,000 grant. The grants that we apply for in my one-on-one are a minimum of $10,000. And what I do, I provide you with a actual it's a grant writing manual, a grant writing plan for your small business, and that tells you exactly what you would need in order to get that. So I do want to say that I will have a free checklist if you are looking to just have like a checklist of what you would need for your small business to apply. Make sure you look in the comments or look in the description part of this video for or this pod because this is basically a podcast being recorded on video or in the podcast, and I will have that link for you to actually grab that. Okay, it's a free checklist. So having that foundation is really, really important when you are applying for grants. I notice a lot of sometimes some of the women don't have just the foundation. Like you definitely have to have a professional email. Professional emails are so important when you are presenting your business in any aspect of business. So if you are even let's just say for example you are attending an event, one of the things I noticed with the Chamber of Commerce, because those are like really big events you can pretty much meet. I met some really powerful people I have been trying to connect with for years over email. But when I went to this chamber event, I was able to meet them in person and I was able to be myself. I had my children with me, I had my husband with me, and that lady saw that, I was a real person. So just going to these chamber events is very powerful and connecting. And that really helped me in my business as well. But I want to say when you sign up for those chamber events, you have to have a professional email. They won't even let you use a Gmail. So a professional email is like hello at womenempowerinc.com. not trinavboyd@gmail.com, even though I have a Gmail account for personal uses, right? So I do still have that because I do have a personal life. But I do want to say that you need to have a professional email, y'all. If you are a new business, you may not, understand the importance of having a professional email. But when you are applying for grants, even when Women in Power have a grant out, right? I look at that. If you don't have a professional email, it's like you're really not serious about investing, because a lot of times professional emails does not cost a lot of money. It costs like $5 a month, if that. You can pay for it for the year. And yeah, so having that website as well. Like right now, you can get a free website on Canva, Canva.com. So the domain, they also give you a free domain, but it's not like something that you should use, but you can use. But they do give you the option to get a free domain on Canva. Okay, so if you want to do that, but you have no excuses nowadays, because they have everything available for you, um, with things that you would need for your business. Okay, all right. So setting that foundation is important. The second thing on how you can get a grant is knowing where to look, right? So that's the most important part. When I initially started my nonprofit, I did not know where to look for grants. And at that time, I was just like, I would pay anything just to even know where to look for grants. You have to know what websites to go to, especially for your business. So one of the videos that I did, it talks about women owned business grants for 2024. I actually give you some websites that you can go to, that you can apply for, on how you can get grants for your business. I am going to give you a few today, because that's important to know where to look. So the first grant website I'm going to give you is going to be helloalice.com. That is a very popular website. A lot of people know about the website. But the reason I like Hello Alice is because some of my mentees that I mentored won grants from there. That's the first reason, right? The second reason I like Hello Alice is because they will notify you of new funding that they're getting in their business, or for their organization. I don't know if they're a business or a nonprofit, but they notify you over email. That's important because you want to know when funding come out. So Hello Alice is a good website. Another website that I want to give you is called ifundwomen.com. So ifundwomen.com is a really cool website as well. They recently had some grants that they closed, but they be having some good grants. I noticed around the time around like March or April was when they're actually giving out funding, but they have some really, really, really good grants. Okay, their grants average about $20,000. The last one I seen was like $10,000, and they had partnered with the WNBA, but that was a really good grant. All right, all right. So I gave you two. The second thing, the third thing is going to be the most important part of all. Right, the most important part is to just apply. This is how you get grants for your small business. You have to take the next step. You have to apply. Right, that's so important when you are, applying for grants. So when I was teaching my grant writing classes, I was just under the impression that I knew at that particular time 70% of those women were not applying because they were afraid of whatever it is that was going on, but they were not applying for these grants. Like, you spend your money and you just don't apply. You get the information, you get the websites, you learn how to write these grants using AI. Because I teach you how, not only do I teach you how to get potentially secure your first $10,000 in your business for your grants, I mean, for using grants, but I also teach you how to do it in record time. So what I do is help women owned businesses to potentially secure their first $10,000 in grants in half the time. So if you work a 9 to 5, I can help you. Okay. So with that being said, I just wanted to say that because I have literally wrote me myself have written grants in 30 minutes, 20 minutes, using AI and being organized, right? So those are the three things I wanted to give you Having a foundation, I'm just going to recap, having a foundation, having your LLC or sole proprietorship or S Corp set up, having a professional email, having a website. That's the key. That's like top for me. Knowing where to look. I gave you two websites on where you can look, and that's just simply taking the steps to apply. Make sure that you comment your business below. I will be posting that checklist for you all, so you can click on that for the grant checklist. Also, I will be posting links if you want to schedule a one on one with me to help you write that first $10,000 grant. I already got the grant mapped out, the one that you definitely qualify for, especially if you are a new business. But thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like this thing and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much and have a great rest of your evening or morning.